All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever place you may be listening to us today. You are welcome to a Two Talk with Adieko Okpeyemi. Alright. Today we'll be looking at reviewing a book, actually a movie by Chris Gardner, and the name of the movie is The Pursuit of Happiness. Alright, The Pursuit of Happiness. So that's the book the movie will be reviewing, in relation to financial freedom. All right. So we'll be reviewing that book, and I believe that you're going to learn a thing or two. All right. You're going to learn a thing or two. All right. But if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification. It's very important you do that. Alright, so I'm going to read some of the things I've written down here. Alright, and I know that you pick one or two things from that movie. It's a very powerful movie. A very powerful movie. So we'll be looking at starting from below zero. Starting from below zero. Alright, so Chris Gardner had no job. Alright, he had no job, no stable income, no roof over his head, and with a toddler son in his arm. All right, and what he had was a dream in his heart. You see, he began his journey towards success from the harshest place, possible: homeless shelter, public restroom, rejection at every turn. Yet, in the midst of nothingness, he dared to believe that something better was possible. He dared to believe that something better was possible. Alright, he had no job, no stable income, no roof over his head. If you have watched the movie, you will see that it's a really touching story, but with determination, he made up his mind that he's going to achieve his dream. You see, he had a son, and most sometimes he find himself sleeping, in the restroom. He find himself uh, going from one place to the other, people rejecting him, people casting him away. All right. So, in context to that, we look at the financial freedom in context to what Chris Gardner went through. The financial freedom is often misunderstood as something reserved for those who already have money. You see, financial freedom is often misunderstood as something reserved for those who already have money, connection, or head starts. But in truth, many people begin the journey not from ground zero, but below ground zero. Many people begin the journey of their financial freedom from uh, from below ground zero. Alright, buried under debts, joblessness, emotional exhaustion, or a lack of opportunity. Alright, the starting point doesn't have to be ideal to just to to just you just have to acknowledge it. Alright, let me take that again. The starting point doesn't have to be ideal to just as to you just have to acknowledge. Alright, you may be sleeping in scarcity today, but sleeping in scarcity today. All right. Okay, you may be sleeping in scarcity today, but if you wake your mind up in possibilities, if you wake your minds up in possibility, you have already taken your first step towards financial freedom. That's a very powerful. That part is very powerful. Let me say that again. If you may be sleeping in scarcity today, but if your mind wakes up in possibility, you have already taken your first step towards financial freedom. Alright, right, financial freedom is not about having lots of commitments. It's not all about having lots of money to begin with. It's about having lots of commitments, resilience, and non-negotiable decision to move forward. You see, just like Krishna, despite despite uh despite no job, unstable income, no roof over his head, but he made up his mind. He had that commitment, that resilience, and that non-negotiable decision to move forward. What he has in his heart was dream. That's what Krishna has in his heart. He has a dream of what you want to become in his heart. Alright, let me continue. It is a very powerful movie, and I recommend that you can go and watch it. It's The Pursuit of Happyness. Alright, The Pursuit of Happyness. Alright, when your back is against the wall, you see, when your back is against the wall, you are in the perfect position to fight for your future. When your back is against the wall, you are in the perfect position to fight for your future. Alright, when your back is against the wall, you are in the perfect position to fight for your freedom. Alright, so uh, three lessons that we need to look at. Three lessons. Your current situation is not your final destination. Your current situation is not your final destination. Even in the rock bottom, there is a foundation to build from. Even in the rock bottom, there is a foundation you can build from. Alright? And the decision to change your financial story is more powerful than the situation you are currently going through. The decision to change your financial story is more powerful than the situation you are currently going through. Alright, then let me end with some of these quotes. Alright, let me end with some of these quotes, even though we have been quoting some powerful things. Yeah, alright, even though we have been quoting some powerful things. Okay, the future was uncertain. That's from Chris Gardner. He said the future was uncertain, absolutely, and there were many others, twists and turns to come. But as long as I kept moving forward, one foot in front of the other, the voice of fear and shame will be left behind. What a powerful quotation. He said the future was uncertain, absolutely, and there were many others, twists and turns to come. But as long as I kept moving forward, one foot in front of the other, the voice of fear and shame will be left behind. Chris Gardner. Powerful. Alright. Then one final thought and one provoking question. Alright, and we'll end today's talk. Alright, we'll end today's talk and go over to the next talk some other time. So one final thought: when you are broke and even broken, that's from Chris Gardner. It's a very powerful movie. I recommend to everybody to go and watch. Alright. When you are broke and broken, your belief become your best currency. When you are broke and broken, your belief become your best currency. So you use it boldly. You use it boldly. Alright. And one final question I want to ask every one of us in this show today is, and I want us to make comments. You see, in our comment box, make comments in this question. All right. He said, if life strips everything away from you today, if life strips everything away from you today, what belief will keep you moving forward? If life strips everything away from you today, what belief will keep you moving forward? Make comments in that comment section. Tell me, if everything was taken away from you today, what belief will keep you moving forward? All right. Thank you so much for the time that you've spent with me this afternoon. I believe you've learned one or two from this great movie. I recommend it to everyone. You see, In Pursuit of Happiness. In Pursuit of Happiness. Go and watch that film, and I know that you will be inspired. All right. So the next time we'll come again, we'll be looking at the because it's in series. All right. So we'll be looking at the day two of the story in the pursuit of happiness. All right. And also, if you need a land, all right, a land or property, you can also reach out to us. All right. You can also reach out to us. We have land and property that we sell. All right. We partner with real estate company, and we sell land and property, so you can reach out to us. All right. If you have land, if you need land or property, or you have somebody that need land or property, so you can reach out to us. All right. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate. I believe you've learned one or two. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, take out time and subscribe. All right. And turn on the notification. Thank you so very much. Until we see again. Peace out.